This is the Newsload.
Hi, I'm Carrie Anne Stevenson, and I am so very excited today to be able to interview Kaitlin Shuvera. Hi, Kaitlin, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I hear you just got back from vacation.
Yes, I did. I was in BC for almost a month, I think. So it was pretty
Wow.
nice out there.
And did it rain at all?
Yeah, it did. It did a bit, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was a bit less humid than Ontario, so kind of got hit by a wall of heat when we got back, but not too bad.
It's such a rainforest over there. It's absolutely lovely. It's almost like a different country.
Yeah,
Was it family out there?
yeah. My family lives up north in Prince George, so I went to visit and meet my niece, and it's a very exciting time. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was creeping you on Facebook and I saw you holding a baby and I was like, that's not your baby, I don't think. No, you're a
No,
happy auntie. That's wonderful.
yeah.
Do you have any plans? I have a niece myself, and with Halloween coming up, I don't want to give away too much, but I have a Halloween outfit all ready to go and everything. Like, do you have plans? I know it's only a baby, but I think ahead.
Yeah, I think my sister and her husband have a few Halloween ideas, and they're excited about that. But hopefully, I get to see a lot of the photos and stuff from all their events and celebrations. So
It's wonderful. I have to admit, Amazon and all the online stores are absolutely wonderful. You can get presents delivered right to their door, and you can still be the cool aunt from afar.
yeah,
Anyway, I guess big questions. What brought you to Ontario if you're a BC gal?
I actually grew up in Ontario. I lived in Milton as a kid for like 10 years, and so it was more so that my parents moved away, and then I kind of ended up coming back here for school. I went to Humber in 2016 for a bit, and then I just got a job out here. My brother was also living out here, so a bit of half family on the west and half in on the east, I guess.
Humber, the comedy program?
No, I was actually in architectural technology. So it's for my day job. I do like CAD details and things on AutoCAD and SketchUp and stuff like that. So
Oh,
yeah,
good for you. So you have money.
a little bit. I don't know. I can pay rent.
Yeah, because comedy, frankly, there's not a lot of money. It's a love project, really. Are you finding some of your shows inspirational? Like what is inspiring your new jokes?
Oh, mostly like daily life usually. Just try and take the experiences that I have and find some humor in it. Because if we don't laugh, then we cry, as they say, or something like that. Just trying to enjoy life by like making fun of the idiosyncrasies of every day.
Yeah, and the modern issues are getting quite funny. The CEO at the Coldplay concert, it's all over, and life is really funny. So being able to just go with the flow.
Yeah, exactly.
So, being a woman in comedy, have you found comedy a bit of a boys' club? And this is a two-part question. A bit of a boys' club, and have you had any struggles with some of the immature boys in our community?
Um, I would say for sure it's definitely a boys' club. I've been lucky in that I feel like doing it over the last few years, I've always been able to have like a few strong female friends to kind of help guide and vent to throughout the process. But yeah, I think there's no way to avoid the patriarchy in today's society. So it's definitely there's a lot going on in terms of the boys' club situation. But yeah,
And it's interesting because a lot of the clubs and such are so um, free, with no restrictions. They don't like any control or letting the artist be free. but I do find, especially even 20 years ago in my experience, that the boys sort of felt that because there were no rules, they were able to be rude and like exclude me, especially if I was the only girl on the show. Do you experience that?
I don't think in London, I feel like it's gotten a lot better to the point where I think there are a lot of the guys who run shows are like excluding other men who've made women uncomfortable. And so it's kind of become a more positive experience, but definitely things have changed since 10 years ago. And I feel like there's also a few other women who are trying to like start more queer friendly shows and just like have positive spaces so that everyone feels included, which I think is important.
Yeah, I'm really excited. In Toronto, there's a club where it's a girls only club and alcohol free nights and such. It's really interesting how modern and open and welcoming things are getting nowadays. So you were able to open for Deborah DiGiovanni, which I was so excited to see you open. What was that like hanging out in the green room with her?
That was so awesome. She was so nice and it was just so cool to see because I remember watching her on like video on trial when I was younger and just like kind of wild to see this person like in person and she was, talking about being in LA and just she also just through being Canadian knows a lot of like some of the like local comics or Canadian comics. So it's kind of cool to be able to see like something that I would like aspire to, but just like right in front of me. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's made it. She's won a Juno, and she has been in the trenches in Toronto and now, like performing in LA and working with some amazing people. That's really cool. I was so excited to see you perform and you did such a great job. Um,
Thank you.
do you find do you have any favorite stand-up memories?
Ooh, um, I don't know. I feel like that night was actually a really fun night. It's just nice after doing like open mics to, 10 people or doing shows to like 20, 30 people sometimes to get to perform to like a full Aeolian hall is pretty cool. I've also been very lucky to do the debaters a couple times, and those shows are always really fun. They're very well organized and those kind of things. It's nice to kind of shine a light on the potential of Canadian comedy and just how people are looking to be entertained. We just got to put on the right shows for them, I think. So yeah, those are some
Absolutely, and
cool.
promote them well, and get the word out. Are you involved in any festivals this summer?
No, I don't think so. I'm just chilling here in London. I don't know what else if I have any shows coming up. I have one with Max Rooms putting on one at Heads and Tails. So I'm excited about that. It's Max's Dumb Friends, it's called. So it should be nice to hang out with some of the buddies from the London comedy scene. And yeah, we have a show coming up.
Very cool. And where is the heads and tails?
I think it's the old East 765 or something. It's on Dundas Street. And the show starts at 9 p.m. I think you can get tickets online, kind of
Very
$15 in
cool.
advance. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Have you met any other celebrities that have left you starstruck?
I got to open for Eric Andre in the Halifax Pop Explosion like years ago, but I didn't really get a chance to meet him. He kind of like hung out in the back and then just like appeared to do a set and then did his whole crazy like alt comedy thing and then like disappeared. So I didn't really get to meet him, but it was cool to be able to say that I was on the same stage as him. I have met like Mark Little, who's really cool. He's kind of like a Canadian comedy legend and um, you know, trying to think of some other some other cool people. There's just lots of like a lot of the comedians in Canada who've been doing it for 20 years are really just nice people to get to like work with a lot of the Yucks people and see them in see them in different parts of Canada. It's always cool.
Oh yeah, it's so exciting. I'm thrilled to see Darren Frost at the Just for Laughs Festival right now. And it's really wonderful to see your friends doing well. And I'm excited to continue to watch your career blossom and grow. Now, you do talk about your sexuality in your performances. When did you figure this out? Was this, sort of always how you've been?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something that was recognized from a young age. It's not something I generally like when I first started doing comedy, I didn't talk about it at all. So it was kind of just eventually because I had kind of like didn't really come out to myself officially until I was in my mid 20s probably. And even then, I still feel like it's not, I don't know, it's not something I'm totally comfortable with. I think that's why I still joke a lot about it because of the insecurity. But I think, yeah, it's kind of nice to like at least feel okay talking about it on stage to bring light to the situation.
I have a very dear friend that I used to work with, and she had this whole she loves their spirit, not their gender. And she's very open to if she connects with someone and develops feelings, whether they're man, woman, trans, whoever, that's who she's attracted to. What are sort of do you meet them in bars? Is this sort of an online social thing? How do you date?
Oh, I don't actually date that often. I just kind of keep to myself. I do a lot of like sports and things and I like try to I don't know. I'm just like out there talking to people, but I'm not really I'm I'm currently in a on a break, I suppose, in terms of my dating life. So yeah.
Do you get approached after shows or anything?
I feel like a lot of people are friendly enough just to like want to talk in general. I feel like I'm also really bad at reading people, so I'm generally just like open to talking to people, but I don't know what their intentions are. So yeah.
And how do you actually, come out and be like, are you talking to me because you're nice or are you talking to me because you're into me?
Yeah, I just kind of leave it up to the gods. I'm just out there living my life and then I don't know. That's how it is.
And your gods right now are on hiatus. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we're having a dry summer.
Yeah, for sure.
Good, good. So you had mentioned performing with Deborah DiGiovanni was, just such a bucket list and one of your goals. Do you have, like a 5-year plan organized?
Ooh, not really. In terms of comedy, I'm just kind of like yeah, going with the flow. A lot of people have put on different shows, and like if they ask me to come out and do a spot, I'm always excited to do that. I started a podcast with a buddy of mine that we were doing. We did that for about 6 months, but I think it's kind of run its course. It's a lot of work for not a lot of response, I guess. So I think we're putting that on hiatus. But I don't know. I'm just kind of interested in growing as like a creative person, trying to write more, trying to might look into like writing more like uh fiction stuff, like screenplay or something. But I don't know. We'll see what the future holds, I guess.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I think that you're absolutely adorable. You're very funny. Your stage presence is vulnerable but lovable. Do you know what I mean? Like it's got that sort of hi, I kind of don't want to be here, but let's do this.
Sure, that honestly would 100% describe how I feel at every moment of performing. So thanks. I'm gonna start putting that in my bio, actually.
Yes, quote me. Feel free.
Okay,
Feel
for
free.
sure.
Well, Kaitlin, I wish you all the luck. I absolutely will contact you to book you for future shows. It sounds like you're pretty open and pretty eager to get out there, and I think you're absolutely wonderful. And if you could do one last thing for me, if you don't mind, if you could say it loud, say it proud. I love Newsload.
I love Newsload.
Thank you, Kaitlin.
Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
I hope you have the most amazing day, sweetheart.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the Newsload.